Once we have done with all the basic concepts of the ECG, now we are jumping towards the heart rate, how to find the heart rate from the ECG. We know that the normal heart rate range is from 60 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute, and the average is 72 beats per minute. If we decrease the heart rate from 60, for example 50 or 40, then we call it bradycardia. And if we increase the heart rate from 100 to 100 or 110 or 120 in a normal human being, then we call it tachycardia, right? What we are saying is for an adult healthy human being in a resting state, okay? It will be different in pediatrics and geriatrics people. For example, the normal heart rate for a neonate should be greater than 100 beats per minute. That is normal for the peds, okay? But we are not talking about that. We are talking about a normal adult healthy human being who is at resting state. There are three methods to find the heart rate. The first one is the 300 method, and we use it because you already know 300 big boxes are going to pass under the needle in 1 minute, okay? So we can divide 300 by number of large boxes between two R waves, or we know that in every big box there are 5 small boxes. So multiply 300 with 5, it will be equal to 1500, and you can then divide 1500 by number of small boxes between two R waves. This is the first method. We're gonna discuss it on the ECG paper as well. The second method is we use the above method just to understand how to find the heart rate from the ECG, but we don't use it in the emergency condition because you don't have enough time to think and then write and then find out the heart rate, okay? The second method is used in ER especially, okay? This is actually, we're gonna discuss it on the ECG as well, okay? The third method is these two methods are actually used when the heart rhythm is normal, okay? But when the heart rhythm is abnormal, then we are going to use the third method that is known as the 10 seconds rules, okay? And we're gonna also discuss this thing on the real ECG paper. So the first method is using the 300 rules, okay? This is the strip V1. You can take any strip, but lead number 2, if you think that it's a good one, then you can use that, right? Let's take any lead. For example, this lead. We are going to find the number of large boxes between the two R waves. This is one R wave, this is another R wave, and these are the number of big boxes or large boxes. Inside these large boxes, let me maximize it. These large boxes, there are small 5 small boxes, okay? Horizontally and vertically as well. Let me show you it on another paper so that you can see it properly. See, this is the big box, and inside this big box there are 5 small boxes vertically and horizontally, okay? So how many big boxes are there in between the two R waves? 1, 2, 3. You divide 300 by 3 and you will get the heart rate. See, it's over here. 300 divided by 3, your heart rate is 100 beats per minute. It's just at the border level. If you increase a single beat from this is known as tachycardia. A normal resting healthy person who is at resting condition, right? So this is the first way. Let's see one more. This is the R wave, this is the R wave. In between the two R waves, see, one big box, two big box. Okay, so 300 divided by 2, you will get 150 beats per minute, and this is actually a tachycardic patient. Another one, let's see this one. This is one, or you can take any 2R wave. Let's take in between the at lead number 2, in between the 2R waves. 1 2, this is half, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and about 8.5. Okay, divide 300 by 8.5 and you will get the heart rate. And this person looks like bradycardic. Simply, we can also find the heart rate. Look at the ECG grossly and you will find it. See, these are the heartbeats: 1 2 3, then 4 in this lead, right? Lead number 2, 1 and 2. And if you look at the whole ECG, there are a few beats: 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the 6 beats, right? And only 6 beats are present in the whole strip. It means that this patient is bradycardic. On the other hand, if you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, the gap between the two R waves is so small, and these QRS complexes, or the R wave, is showing you one heartbeat, right? If the heartbeat are very near to each other, it means that heart rate is very fast. If these waves are far away from each other, for example in this case, these are far away from each other, so you know that it's a bradycardic patient. The second method to find the heart rate is a little bit different from another one. It says that the number of boxes and the heart rate. If there is only one big box in between the two R waves, your heart rate will be 300. If there are two big boxes in between the two R waves, it means your heart rate is 100. If it is 4, then your heart rate will be 75. If there are 5 big boxes, the heart rate will be 60, and just carry on with that, like that. Now, how we can find it? Let's find it by using the original ECG paper. Look at this. These are 100 beats per minute, right? You can find out from any lead. Let's take this lead, okay? 300. If one box is there between the two R waves, if the R waves used to be like, if it was here, this R wave, it means the QRS complexes are very narrow. It means that the heart is beating so fast. Then it would be 300. If this R wave wasn't here, if it was here, so in between the two R waves, there would be 2 big boxes. Then the heart rate will be 150 according to this thing. Okay, if now see, if there are 3 big boxes between 2 R waves, here in this case the heart rate is 100 beats per minute. And see, if there are 3 big boxes between the two R waves, the heart rate is 100 beats per minute. And we have already found it out that the heart rate is 100 beats per minute in this ECG. Can you see it? Let's revise it again once more. Let's see it once more, okay? 300, 150, and 100. You can say 300, one box, right? Second box, 150, and third box, 100. So here the heart rate is 100 beats per minute. Now we are left with the final method of finding the heart rate, and this method is known as 10 seconds rules. Okay, according to this rule, we are going to use the whole lead, and why you are using the third method, it's because when your heart rhythm is not regular, or you can say if the heart rhythm is irregular, then we use the third method. Now, what is regular and irregular heart rhythm? Let's discuss it using a page. It means that if in the first 5 seconds your heart is beating 10 times, 10 beats, 10 beats, in the next 5 seconds it should also beat 10 times. It means in all together 5 seconds it should 10 seconds it should beat 20 times. Remember that if your heart beats for 10 times in the first 5 seconds and in the next 5 seconds it is beating for 15 times, this is known as the irregular rhythm of the heart. Or you can say that in the first 5 seconds it will beat like this much, and in the, for example, it is equal to 5 seconds, and in the next 5 seconds, for example, it is like this, lots of them, right? 1 2 3 4 5, and there are only 3 beats. Okay, so this is the example of the irregular rhythm. Now when your rhythm is irregular, then we use the 10 seconds rules. Why cannot we use the first two methods? The first method was using 300 method, right? So if we use that over here, 300 divided by number of big boxes between the two R waves. Here, for example, there will be 2 big boxes. Here there will be 1 big box. Here there will be half big box between 2 R waves. So the number of big boxes between all the R waves are different. So which one you are going to put? And if you put and the number of big boxes between these two R waves, here the heart rate will be different from here, so you cannot use this method. You can also not use the second method, that were if there is only one big box between two R waves, so your heart rate will be 300. If there are 2 big boxes between the two R waves, 150 beats per minute. So if you see over here, there are 2 big boxes between 2 R waves. Here the heart rate is 150. Here the heart rate is 300. Here the heart rate is above 300. So altogether you cannot say that which one is your heart rate. That's why then you use the 10-second rules. What is 10-second rules? Let's understand it on the ECG. See, I will give you the example here as well. Let's see, these are the 4 leads. Lead number 2, AVL, V2 and V5. The heartbeat, okay, see, this one lead on the ECG timeline is equal to 2.5 seconds. Okay, this lead from here, it starts and it ends up here. Okay, it is equal to 2.5 seconds. Then this one is also equal to 2.5 seconds because the length is the same. See, this length and this length should be same. 2.5 second, 2.5 second, it means 5 seconds altogether. Then 2.5 and 2.5, again 5 seconds. Altogether this strip is equal to 10 seconds. Okay, and if you take one long strip along this timeline from here up to here, this is also equal to one strip, 10 seconds. So this one lead, whole lead from here to here is equal to 10 seconds. If you take 6 leads equal to 10 seconds, see, this is one lead, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and 60 seconds. Or you can say 10 seconds multiply with 6 is equal to 60. And 60 seconds mean 1 minute, right? So you can find the heart rate from this single strip and multiply it with 6, and you will get your heart rate in 60 seconds. Or you can say, and how will you find the heart rate in these 10 seconds? From the heartbeats, right? And how many heartbeats you have? You can say it from the QRS complexes. 1 heartbeat, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, you take 17 beats. Okay, you have 17 beats in 10 seconds. So how much beat are there in 1 minute, you can multiply it with 6 and you will get the heart rate, which is 102. So this is your heart rate. Okay, this was the third method. If you guys have any question regarding the heart rate, its methods, and the topics that we have covered earlier, you can ask the questions in the comments and I will try to answer them one by one slowly as I get the time.